Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Locke got an open man. It's Michael Gallup, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Locke with a quick throw out to Judy. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. his lock. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2. That's complete to John Ross. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
The 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run with Drake. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
A 7-yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
53. Mike 53. Oh, you got deep.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars nothing.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up. A loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Second and 13. Got a man open. It's Ross.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle made by Calebon Chason.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
54, right there, 54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And some room to roam now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down, Denver.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He finds an opening past the 40. Open Dennis Ross complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Max Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Drake. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
47.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 54.
Now a handoff looking right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the...
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
It's been a long day for you. 35's the mic.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
18-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. You ain't got nothing. 19, 18. Switch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Right here, right here. 53 and 60. 53 is the mark.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to run.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Gallup. 81 yards, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll drop the throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
35 to Mike. No chance.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's get this, get this.
This is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Jaguars 24.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be on.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know they become regular season. He's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And they'll get this down to the 10. Call that a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 35's the night.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
3rd and 15.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, Heavy ready. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy?
And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Complete to number
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. Past the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game is tied at 38 all. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 47-yard line.
First down, he'll drop to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left, want to save it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff for Drake. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And it is good. He splits the uprights of a chip shot. And the Jaguars have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.